Hi guys, I have a reformer workout for you today focusing on our arms. We are going to do abs and legs, glutes as always, but our main focus will be our arms today. So we're gonna get started. Foot bars can stay up. You guys are gonna grab a box for a prop. As always, I will have the props linked in the description below if you guys don't have them. We're gonna get started with a blue spring, which is one medium spring on my balanced body reformer. And then before we get going, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. You guys can leave me those super thanks. And then as always, my new membership, you guys, is available. So if you want those membership exclusive videos, which will be on Fridays, you guys can join my membership. It is $4.99 a month. And that is just to help support and grow my page so I can keep giving you guys new and fresh content. Thank you so much. Let's go ahead, you guys. We're gonna get started sitting on your reformers, facing your straps. If you guys have a clinical reformer or a taller reformer, one that is higher off the floor, you can go ahead and stand on the floor right in front of your foot bar facing your reformer. Otherwise, if you guys have a standard reformer like me, you can sit and straddle. Hands are gonna be on the shoulder blocks. I'm gonna be about an arm's distance away, and we're just gonna start with a quick stretch. So we're gonna lift our butts up off the carriage. If you guys are standing on the floor facing your foot bar, your hands are gonna go on the two front corners of the carriage, and then we are going to inhale, press the carriage out. You're gonna let your chest drop down in between your arms, and on our exhale, we're gonna tuck our pelvis round through our spine to come back in. Again, we're gonna inhale, push the carriage away, let the chest drop down, and then on my exhale, I'm tucking my pelvis, rounding through my spine to come back in. We're gonna keep going with these, just trying to warm up our spine, open the chest, give ourselves a nice stretch before we begin moving today. Let's go ahead and just do two more here. Inhale, press out, let your chest drop down. Exhale, tuck around and come back in. And then last one, press. And then exhale, round to come back in. Okay, now once we come in, again, if you guys are standing on the floor, stay over there. If you want this a little heavier, we can walk our feet a little further forward. If you guys are on the floor and you want it heavier, you can always go to a red instead of a blue spring. We're just gonna do one quick round of push-ups. So I'm gonna press my carriage out. My chest is parallel with the floor. I'm gonna inhale, bend my elbows wide to bring the carriage in. Exhale out, wide, and press. Again, it's gonna be a little light to start, just because, again, this is our warm up, and then don't worry, we are really going to work those arms today. I'm inhaling to bend, exhaling to press. We'll just go for 4, 3, drawing my abs into my back, 2, and then last one. All right, now once we come in, we're gonna pause in, bring your carriages all the way home, make sure that there's something underneath your butt to sit down onto, and then you guys can sit down. Okay, if you're straddling your reformer, take your right foot to the left side. If you guys are standing in front of your reformer, go ahead and sit on your reformer. We are going to add on a red spring with our blue. We're gonna do a little mermaid stretch heavier today. So I'm gonna set up with my right shin up against my shoulder block. Left leg is gonna be bent out in front of me. If this doesn't work for hips or knees, you guys can have one foot or both feet on the floor. If it does work, shin up against the shoulder blocks, left leg out in front of you. Left hand is gonna be on the foot bar. Again, this is gonna be a little heavy, so if it's too heavy, you guys take off the blue. We're gonna press out and go up and over for a little side body stretch. And then we're gonna inhale, come back center. Exhale, press out with your left arm, go up and over with the right. And then inhaling as we come back center. We're gonna do 2 more. Exhale out, up and over. Inhaling as we come center. And then last one, exhale out, up and over. And now we're holding here. We're gonna rotate our torso to the floor. The right hand catches the foot bar, and then the left hand slides wide. We're gonna press into our left palm, pull with our right. So we should be getting a really big stretch in that right lat. So again, press with the left, pull with the right palm. And then I'm gonna come evenly weighted throughout both palms. On an inhale, I'm gonna bend my elbows wide out to the sides, and I'm gonna exhale, press out. Inhale, bend wide, and exhale, press. Bend and exhaling as we push away for some push-ups. Inhale, bend, Exhale, push. Again, my chest is trying to be parallel with the floor. My shoulders are trying to be parallel. Let's do 2 more. And 1. All right, now when we press out, we're gonna pause. Inhale, lift the chest. The carriage is gonna come all the way in, and we're gonna rotate towards our shoulder blocks, and we'll rotate to the other side. Now, same thing. If this does not work for hips or knees, 1 foot or both feet can be on the floor. Otherwise, your left leg is up against the shoulder blocks, right leg is bent out in front of you. Right hand is on the foot bar. We're gonna press out and go up and over with our left arm. We'll inhale to come back center. Exhale out, up and over. And then inhale back center. Again, we have 2 more. Nice side body stretch. And then on this last one, we're gonna hold here, rotate to the torso to the floor. The left hand should catch, our right hand slides wide, and then we're gonna press into our right palm, pull with our left so we can give our left lat a nice big stretch here. All right, then we're gonna go evenly weighted throughout both palms. Inhale, bend our elbows wide, and exhale, press out for our push-ups. Bend wide, press, wide, and exhale, press. I feel most of the work coming from that right arm, but that left arm is assisting. Again, I'm trying to keep my shoulders parallel with the floor. Inhaling as I bend, exhaling as I press. Eyes are just looking straight down to the floor. We're gonna go for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Then when we press out, pause, lift the chest, bring the carriage all the way back in. We can rotate back to the side and then just set your feet out in front of you. Now, we're gonna stay on this heavier spring, a red and a blue, or again, a heavy and a medium. And then we're gonna lie ourselves down onto our reformers. Headrest can be up or down. That is up to you guys. And we're gonna move into some arms. Now, I'm gonna reach behind me, grab my short loops into my hands. If at all this feels too heavy, go ahead and use your long loops instead of your short loops, just because we're going a little heavier today with our arms. So arms are just straight up to the ceiling, neutral spines. Our knees are gonna go up into a tabletop position. Our legs are zipped together. On the exhale, we're gonna pull our arms straight down to the mat. We're gonna pause with our arms down here. We're gonna inhale, open our arms out to a T now. And then on our exhale, we're gonna press our palms to our hips. Now we're gonna go back up to the ceiling with the arms, pull down to the hips, out to a T, and then press to the hips. So we inhale to go up, we exhale to pull down, we inhale to open out to a T, and then we're exhaling to press our palms to our hips. So we really wanna feel our lats and our biceps engaging on these movements. As always, I'm gonna think each exhale, I'm drawing my abdominals in and up my spine towards my solar plexus so I can really feel my core engaged. Inhale, open, exhale, press, inhale, reach, and exhale, pull. Let's do a few more of these. All right, one more round. We're exhaling to pull, inhaling to open, exhaling to press, and then inhaling to return back up. Now, we're gonna press our arms all the way down to our hips again. We're gonna pause here. We'll inhale, bend our elbows for our tricep press. On an exhale, we're gonna press the palms down to the mat. Inhale as we bend, exhale to press, and then inhaling as we bend, again, just for some tricep press. Now, my elbows are hovering off of the carriage. It's gonna be a little more challenging there. If you would like to rest your elbows down, you guys can always relax your elbows down to make it a little easier. We're gonna go for 3, 2, and 1. Okay, now bend the elbows, pause. Elbows are gonna stand to our sides. Our palms are gonna open out to the sides of the room. And then from here, we're gonna press the palms to the hips and then bend the elbows. The palms are open out to the sides. So we're pressing to the hips and bending, pressing to the hips and bending. So very similar to tricep press, but our arms, our palms are opening out a little wider to the sides of the room rather than straight up to the ceiling. We inhale, bend, and we exhale to press. We're gonna go for 3, 2, and 1. Okay, now when we press, we're gonna hold, palms rotate towards our hips. We're gonna open out a little wider this time. So now our elbows open out, or our elbows bend, our palms open out. I'm gonna have my forearms ideally parallel with the floor, and then from here I press my palms to the hips. So inhale, bend the elbows at a 90, exhale, press the palms to the hips, bend, and exhale, press. So rather than the fingertips going up to the ceiling for triceps, our fingertips are going directly out to the sides of the room. Bend, press, bend, exhale, press. We're gonna go for 4. Really feel those arms. 3, 2, and 1. All right, arms go straight up to the ceiling. We're gonna relax our feet down, and then we're gonna go ahead and hang our straps up onto the pegs. Now, when we hang our straps up, headrests are gonna go all the way down. We're gonna just do a quick round of bridges. Feet are gonna be on the foot bar. Their heels are arches. Arms are at our sides. We're gonna do 1 bridge. So let's inhale in our neutral spines. Exhale, we're gonna flatten our low backs down into the mats, peel our spines up, hold ourselves up here. We're gonna inhale and push our carriages out. Our hips are gonna lower down towards the carriage. And then as we exhale to pull in, we're gonna pull our hips back up. So we're gonna inhale, press, hips lower, and exhale, pull back in. Inhale out, and exhale in. Push and pull. We want those glutes and hamstrings to fire as we pull that carriage all the way back in. Again, as I push out, my hips dip. And then as I pull back in, my hips are lifting back up into that bridge. We're gonna do 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, now when we come back in, let's pause in. We're gonna roll our spines all the way back down into the mat. And then once we come down, we're gonna bring it back into a neutral spine. Okay, we're gonna sit ourselves off to the sides of our reformers. And then when we sit off to the sides, we're gonna go ahead and change to just 1 red spring instead of the blue. When we get onto the red, we're gonna walk around our foot bars. We're gonna go down, and then we're gonna grab our long box, and our long box will go on our reformers. Okay, so when we get the long box on, it's gonna be right in front of your shoulder blocks. We're gonna line our stomachs on our boxes, facing the straps. And then when we lie down, I'm gonna bring my bra line right to the edge of my box, grab our straps into our hands. I'm gonna grab right where the knotted part of my loop is onto my rope. And then I'm gonna take my hands right onto the outsides frames of the carriage. We're gonna go into pulling straps 1 and 2. Chest is heavy, legs, I like them, you guys, wherever they feel comfortable. If it feels better for your low back to have them apart, you can have them apart. Otherwise, if it feels fine for your back, zip your legs together. Head heavy, legs heavy, chest heavy. We're gonna start with pulling straps 1. We're gonna inhale, lift our chest slightly up off the box. We're pulling our palms to our hips. And then I want you to think, lengthen out through the crown of the head. The eyes should be looking straight down to the floor. We're squeezing our glutes, sending our tailbone towards our heels, reaching our palms back as much as we can. And then on our exhale, we're gonna return back down. So think all of that, and the next time we come up, we're gonna inhale, pull back, lift, reach, lengthen through the crown of the head, and then we're exhaling to return back down. So as I lift, the crown of my head reaches forward, my tailbone reaches towards my heels, and I'm exhaling to return back down each time. Inhale, pull back, lift, reach, and then exhale as we come down. Again, just a little lift of that chest every time we come up. We're gonna go for 2. And then last one, inhale, pull back, lift, reach, and exhaling as we return. Now, we're gonna open our arms out to a T. I grip back just a tiny bit further onto my straps. My arms are right in line with my shoulders. Palms are facing the floor. On my inhale, again, I'm gonna pull my palms to my hips, lift my chest, pinch my shoulder blades together, and then exhale, return back out to that high T. Do not let those arms go lower than your shoulders. Inhale, pull back, pinch, reach, and then exhale again, return. Inhale, pull back, pinch, reach. Exhale, return again. I'm finding that oppositional pull the body every time I lift up, and then returning back down. Let's go for 3, 2, really feeling those shoulders here, and 1. All right, then once we come down, relax your chest, relax your legs. We're gonna move into tricep extensions. So I'm gonna bring my elbows right into my sides, palms are rotated towards my body. I'm gonna grip up just a little higher back onto that knot. Little lift of the chest, little lift of the legs. Imagine like your little torpedo shooting through water. Reach the crown of your head. Exhale, press your palms to your hips, and then inhale, bend. Exhale, press. Inhale, bend. Again, for some tricep extensions, I wanna think I'm drawing my belly away from the box. So think hollow out your core. Exhale, press. Inhale, bend again, just a tiny lift the entire time of that chest. Lengthen through the crown of your head. Send your tailbone to your heels. Go for 3, 2, and 1. Whew. Relax. Okay, we're gonna hang our straps up onto the pegs, and then when we hang our straps up, we're gonna sit off to the sides. Now, stand the red spring. We're gonna take our foot bars to our straps. If you guys do not have an Allegro foot bar that moves, you are just gonna go ahead and grab onto the posts that hold your straps. If you have an Allegro foot bar that moves, go ahead, move it all the way to the back. It's straight up and down. Again, I'm on one red spring, and then we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna lie back on our stomachs, on our boxes, facing the same direction. Again, if you guys don't have this foot bar, just grab onto the posts that hold onto your straps. We're gonna climb forward. Hands are gonna go onto the foot bar. My bra line again is like right to the edge of my box. Chest heavy, head heavy, legs heavy. And then same thing with legs, guys, wherever they feel comfortable. I'm gonna lift my chest slightly up off the box, draw my abs in, shoulders down out of the ears. We're gonna do pull-ups. We're gonna exhale, bend our elbows wide to pull in, and then inhale, extend long. Exhale, pull wide, inhaling as we extend. So nice wide elbows. As we come in, my eyes are just grazing right over the foot bar. Again, if you guys are holding onto the post, same thing, just wide elbows to come in and then extend. Now, I am on one red spring. You guys can always make this heavier or lighter for yourselves. It is up to you. Exhale, pull. Inhale, extend. I'm being mindful every time I extend my arms long, my shoulders stay down at my ears. All right, we have 3, 2, and 1. All right, then once we extend, head heavy, legs heavy, chest heavy, give yourselves a little stretch. For this next one, the palms are going to flip up to the ceiling. If you guys are holding onto the posts that hold your straps, your elbows, you're gonna stay with your hands on, they're gonna be a little more narrow, but your elbows are going to pull into your ribs this time rather than wide out to the side. So again, if you guys are holding onto the posts, elbows to ribs. Otherwise, if you have your foot bars, flip your palms up to the ceiling, little lift of your chest. I should be looking down to the floor. When we pull in, the elbows go right to the sides of the box. We inhale, extend, exhale, pull, inhale, extend. My eyes, again, are looking down to the floor the entire time. I have a little squeeze of my glutes and my hamstrings, and I'm hollowing my belly out. Again, arm heavy today. Exhale, pull. Inhale, extend. We're gonna do 4 more. And 2. And then last one. All right, then once you guys extend your arms, head heavy, legs heavy, let go of your foot bar or your post. Hands can go onto the frame of the carriage, and then we're just gonna step off to the sides. Now, again, if your foot bars are back, you guys, you're gonna take your foot bars back to where they belong. If you already had your foot bar back here, your foot bar is going to go back to its starting position. Okay, so we're on 1 red spring. We're gonna change to a blue spring, so 1 medium spring instead of a heavy spring. And then when we get onto that 1 blue spring, we're gonna sit on our box, and then our right hand should be closer to the strap when we sit on our box. I'm gonna grab the right strap into my right hand. Long loop is lighter for your arm, short loop is heavier. If you scoot a little further to the left, this is gonna be heavier for your arm. If you scoot a little further off to the right, it's gonna be a little lighter for your arm. Now, elbow's just gonna be right into your side. We're going to exhale and bring your palm across the body here, and then we're gonna inhale, let the palm open back out. Keep the elbow into your ribs. Exhale, palm comes across the body, and then inhaling as we open back out. Now, my shoulders are staying parallel to the wall out in front of me the entire time. We're exhaling to pull across, and then we're inhaling to return. Exhale, and then inhaling to return. Again, trying to keep that elbow just right into your ribs the entire time. If it wanders slightly away, that's fine, you guys. Exhale, pull across, and then inhale back. We're gonna go for 2. And then on this last one, we're gonna hold our arm here. On our inhale, our elbow's gonna open out to the side of the room, and then exhale, the palm comes back across body. So elbow lifts, and then exhale back. Just imagine that you're nudging somebody next to you, and then we're coming back. And then just watching too, that right shoulder, when you bring your elbow out, does not come up into your ear. So we're not shrugging your shoulder up into your ear. Shoulder stays down, elbow goes out, and back. Inhale out and back. We're just gonna go ahead and do 4 more. 3, 2, and then last one. All right, now when we come back, we're gonna pause. Same thing, but with the other hand. We're gonna stay facing the same direction. Long loop is lighter, short loop is heavier. I'm gonna try my short loop, see how I feel. Shoulders parallel to wall in front of you. Try to keep that elbow into your ribs. On your exhale, you're pulling your palm out to the side, elbow stays in, and then inhale as we come back across. Exhale, pull, and then inhaling as we come back across. We're trying to get into our rotator cuffs here. Very common muscles to pull, especially if you're throwing your purse in the back of your car, your groceries, grabbing something from the back. Fairly common to pull. Now, I'm fatiguing a little bit, so if you guys need to assist with your other hand, you can always assist with the other hand. We're just gonna do 1 more here. Woo! Return, and then we're gonna nudge. So exhale, that elbow goes out and back. Exhale, out, and then back. My elbow stays at that 90-degree angle the entire time. And then same thing, I'm just trying to keep my shoulder out of my ear as I bring my elbow out. Exhale to pull, inhale as we come back. We're gonna just do 3 more on this side. 2 and 1. All right, now once we come back, pause, hang that strap up onto the peg, rotate to the other side, and then same thing on the other side. Grab your left loop. We start with the left hand. Long loop is lighter, short loop is heavier. Again, if you guys scoot further to the right, closer to your foot bar, this is gonna be a little more challenging. Elbow into your side, bent at that 90. We're exhaling to pull the palm to the belly, and then inhale, open. Again, palm to belly, and then open, trying to keep that elbow into your ribs, trying to keep our shoulders parallel to the wall in front of us. Let's go for 4, 3, And then on this last one, we're gonna hold our palm across our body. On an inhale, the elbow opens out to the side, and then exhale, we come back across. Inhale, open, and then exhaling as we come back again with that palm, just letting the elbow lift, and then bringing our palm back across our body. All right, we're gonna do 3 more. 2 and 1. All right, now once we come back, we're gonna pause. We're gonna switch hands. So right hand grabs either the long or the short loop. We're gonna keep the elbow bent at that 90, try to keep it into our ribs. We're exhaling to pull the palm out towards our foot bar this time, and then inhale back. Now again, just watch you guys when you pull out to the sides. You are not using your shoulders, you're not using your obliques to rotate this. You are using your arm and only your arm to open it out, and then come back. Exhale, open. Inhale, return. Those shoulders stay still. The spine stays still. Let's just do 1 more. And back. Now, I'm going to switch to that heavier strap. We're going to exhale, bring that elbow out and back, out and back. Again, we're nudging that person next to you, trying to keep the shoulder out of the ear. I like to think as the shoulder almost like a little hinge going out, in, out, and in. 4 more. Right in those deltoids and traps. 2 and 1. All right, now once we come back, we're gonna pause. We're gonna hang that strap up onto the peg. We're gonna sit off to the side. We're gonna stay on this blue spring. We're kneeling on our box facing the foot bars. Hands are gonna be on the foot bar, and then I'm gonna set up shoulders over my hands, hips are right over my knees. I'm gonna inhale, press my knees out, and then from here, we're gonna hold our knees out, a nice neutral spine, draw your abs into your backs, and then let's inhale, push the carriage out with our arms, and exhale, pull in with the arms. Do not let those knees move. Inhale, push, and exhale, pull. Again, the knees stay back. I'm maintaining a nice neutral spine. I'm drawing my abs into my back, so I'm never feeling this in my low back. We're gonna do 3 more like this, and we're gonna add in some arm work. 2, inhale, push, exhale to pull, and then last one, inhale out, and exhale in. Now, pause in. We can bring the knees back in. We're gonna add in a push-up with that. Up to you guys if you go wide or narrow. I'm gonna do wide push-ups. Small, big, range of motion up to you. Wide or narrow, up to you. Shoulders over the hands, hips right over your knees. The knees push the carriage out first. We pause. We're gonna do 1 push-up to start. So bend, press, hold the arms long, push out, pull in, 1 push-up. Bend, press, push out, pull in. Again, those knees are staying back. We're doing the same thing as before, but adding in a push-up when we come in. Again, they can be big push-ups where your chest hits the foot bar. They can be tiny push-ups. They can be wide, narrow. That is 100% up to you guys where you're at with your push-ups. We're gonna go for 3, pull, push-up, 2, and 1. 1 more push-up. Ooh, bring the carriage all the way in with our knees, and then once we come back in, we can sit off to the side. Okay, stay on this blue spring. We're kneeling on our reformers, facing our straps this time. We're gonna move into some glutes here. So I'm gonna go ahead, grab my right strap. I'm gonna grab right where the rope connects to my loop. I'm gonna pull in. The long loop goes onto the arch of my right foot. I'm gonna set up shoulders over hands, hips are right over my knees. I'm gonna scoot my knees a little further to the right side so my left knee is about center of the box. And then we wanna think stabilize from the shoulders and the core. On our exhale, we're gonna kick our right leg back and slightly up. We're gonna hold this leg here, bring it slightly out to the right side of the room. We're gonna go down to the floor with a straight leg, and we're gonna kick it back up. We're gonna inhale, lower, and exhale, lift. Now, as we lower and lift, our hips are staying parallel to the floor, our shoulders are staying parallel to the floor. We are just moving from that right hip to lower. We should feel our glutes max and hamstring working to lift the leg back up. Down, up, down, and up. We're gonna go for 3. Should feel our obliques working to stabilize us. 2, and 1. Now when we kick up, we're gonna pause up, legs in line with the body, flex the foot, and then give me little circles of this leg around. Again, just little circles, like dessert size circles, maybe dinner plate size circles. We're gonna go for 4, 3, 2, 1, bend our knee. All right, take that strap off the foot, hang it back up onto the peg, and then same thing on the left side. Grab your left loop. Again, it's easiest, you guys, to grab right where the rope connects to your loop. Pull in, long loop goes on the arch of your foot. I'm gonna slide both knees a little further off to the left side. And then we're thinking stabilizing from the shoulders and the core. On our exhale, we're gonna kick our left leg back and slightly up. Inhale, bend. Exhale, press. Oh, sorry, hold your leg back here, guys. Go straight down and then kick that leg straight back up. Inhale, lower, and exhale, lift back up. We got a couple of bonus things there. Again, shoulders, hips are staying parallel to the floor. We're moving from that left hip, and we should feel our left obliques engage to help stabilize that torso as we go down and up. Again, glute max, hamstrings should be working to kick up, down, exhale, lift. 2, and up, and then last one. Now when we come up, we're gonna pause at the top, bring the leg in line with the body, flex the foot, little circles of this leg around. Again, think like dessert or dinner plate size circles. The movement comes from the hips. Try to keep the pelvis still. 4, 3, 2, 1, and then relax. Okay, we're gonna take that strap off of our foot, hang it back up onto the peg. We'll sit off to the side of our reformer, and you guys can go ahead and take your boxes off to the sides. Okay, when our boxes come off, let's go on to 2 outside red springs for feet and straps. If you guys wanna make it a little heavier, I'm gonna add on my yellow spring today, so my light spring, and then take off the blue. So I'm gonna go a little heavier with 2 reds and a yellow. Again, that's 2 heavies and a light. If you guys just wanna do those 2 heavy springs, you can. We're gonna lie down onto our reformers. And then once we get down, we're gonna reach back and take our long loops into our hands. Now, we're gonna take our straps onto our feet. The legs are going to be up just as high as we can hold our neutral spines. Feet are gonna be parallel with each other, legs are zipped together. And then on an exhale, we're gonna lower both legs straight down towards our springs. On an inhale, we'll hinge to come back up. As we lower the legs down, think bra lines are staying anchored down into the mat. And then as we lift, our sacrums are staying heavy as well. So we're holding our neutral spines the entire time. We're exhaling to lower and then inhaling to hinge. We're gonna go for 3, 2, and then last one. All right, now once we come back up, we're gonna pause. We're gonna lower the legs back down towards our springs, open them wide out to the sides. We're just gonna circle our legs around and back up to finish off with some circles. We're going down, circling around and up. And then as always, I just want to think a nice neutral spine the entire time. Sacrum heavy, pelvis still. That movement comes right from the head of the femur in that hip socket. All right, now the next time we come up, we're going to pause and reverse. So we'll open the legs wide, press them down and around, zip them together, And then we're hinging at our hips again, just to come all the way back up. Good. And just enjoying these nice leg circles. Let's do 3, 2, and 1. All right, now once we come up, we're gonna pause. We're gonna take our straps off of our feet. We're gonna sit off to the right side of our reformers. And then when we sit off to the right side, we're gonna finish with just 1 red spring. Everything else can come off. I'm gonna set it back into my mermaid stretch to finish off today. So right shin up against the shoulder blocks, left leg out in front of you. Same thing when we started, you guys. If you can't do this, 1 foot, both feet on the floor. Left hand is on the foot bar. We're gonna press out and go up and over for a nice little side body stretch. We're gonna come back center. We're just gonna do 2 more here. Exhale, press, go up and over. Inhale, back, center, and then last one, up, over, hold, rotate your torso to the floor, catch with your right hand, slide your left hand wide. Again, we're gonna push with the left, pull with the right to stretch, and then evenly weighted throughout both palms. Push your chest down towards your springs, chest up, stretch out your chest here, and then lift your chest and bring the carriage in. Other side. Rotate. Right hand is gonna be on the foot bar. We're gonna press out, go up and over for that side body stretch. Come center, 2 more. Up and over, and center. And then on this last one, we'll hold up, over, hold, rotate your torso to the floor, slide your right hand wide so both hands are on the foot bar. We press with the right, we pull with the left to stretch out that lat again. Then drop our chest through our arms, stretch the chest. And then we'll lift to come all the way back in. When we come in, you guys can sit off to the sides. You are all done for your arm workout today. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, leave me those super thanks. And again, if you guys want those Friday videos, you'll have to join my membership. It is only $4.99 a month for 4 extra videos a month. Thank you guys so much. I so appreciate you.